even before they put out his eyes. Did you think I'd be out here on the frontier without good reason? Yes, Rome needs a strong frontier. No, Rome doesn't need unwashed barbarians at her gates. So, that's why I'm here, the leader of the Julii, to bring Roman order to stinking Gauls. Revenge? That'd be good too. This war against the Gauls won't last long. And when it's done, I've got plans. This is all about power. Power in Rome. Going down that road means dealing with all my rivals. The Senate, the Greeks, those Carthaginian elephant riders, the Scipii and the Brutii families too. After all, the man who controls Rome rules the world. And one day, I will be emperor.
Salvete and welcome to my first ever Total War series, and my first time actually playing the remastered version of Rome Total War. Now, before I go into my explanation, you may have noticed that this is an episode 0, not episode 1, and that's because this is more of an explanation of the faction we'll be playing, mods, and just general things about the upcoming series. If you don't care to hear any of that, episode 1 is already out. You can just skip right to that. So just to get right on into it and make this as short as possible, I'm going to be playing as the Julii, mostly because I have played Rome 1 quite a bit, or at least I did when I was a much younger person than I am now. So basically, I have played Rome 1 also somewhat recently. I think it was a year, maybe a year and a half ago. But what I want to do is take my favorite faction, the one I've played the most, and just play it in Rome Total War Remastered and see how it compares to the original. I already know about the new features like, merchants and things like that, but I really want to just kind of put it through the faction that I know the most, which is, again, the Julii, and just see how the game plays compared to the original. We are also playing a grand campaign, so 50 settlements before we get the victory screen. When it comes to mods, there's only one mod, because I did want this to be, again, a comparison to the original, so obviously we can't be installing too many mods here. So the only mod that I've got installed is one that adds blood. You may recall, those of you who have played the original, there was no blood at all, or gore or anything in the original one. And typically I don't really care for that too much myself. Like, I didn't think it was really that something that needed to be added to the games, but I decided with this mod, it actually looked pretty tame. Wasn't, distracting or no cartoonish like just splurts of blood or people getting chopped in half or anything silly. So that's the only mod that's going to be installed. The entire rest of this is going to be vanilla. All right, and so just to describe how my campaigns are going to be run, or at least how I think they're going to be run, this is my first one here, so I guess we'll see. Well, first one that I'm recording, so we'll see how things change as I go along, but my intent at this time is to spend as little time as possible here on the campaign map. Basically, the idea is I'll explain what my strategy is for the upcoming turns, and then just kind of bring you guys back in as things occur on the campaign map. And of course, that means we'll be focusing mostly on the battles. I just think the battles are my favorite part of the Total War series. Not to say that the campaign map is irrelevant or just not fun or anything like that. It absolutely is very fun and very interesting. But I think when it comes to like watching someone else, there's only so many times you can watch someone click on a settlement, click on a button to build something before it just becomes boring. Like, I'll do that who knows how many times throughout the campaign, and it's not any fun to watch it the first time as it is to watch it the 1000th time, or at least that's my thought. So, campaign map, only as much as is needed to kind of explain what I'm doing, where we're going next, any challenges we faced on the campaign map, like diplomacy-wise, things like that, and focusing pretty heavily on the battles themselves. So, that's basically the full explanation. Again, episode 1 is already out, so I will see you there.